Hi guys, we're Merchant Gaming here, and today we're going to be reviewing Deadfall Adventures for the Xbox 360. Now, this game is a first-person shooter mixed with kind of action-adventure and has some puzzling elements. And we're going to be starting a new game today. And before we do that, we'll just show you the menu layout. So we've got multiplayer adventure mode, which is your single-player survival, and personal favourite stats, so I can view the stats of my survival and multiplayer, and also view the leaderboards, which is pretty nice. And you got your standard options and the Xbox Game Store. Anyway, we'll go on to the adventure mode, and as I say, we're starting a new adventure, so it'll be. You may have to watch a couple of cutscenes. So as you can see here, you can change the puzzle difficulty, which I think is a really nice feature, from easy to hard, as well as the game difficulty, the combat difficulty. But the AI is actually kind of stupid at times. But the environments in this game look great. They really do look nice. But the voice acting and the story and the combat can be a little bit iffy at times. The puzzling's not too bad, but you try and read a notebook, and the notebook looks like it's been written by my little brother. It's really kind of a poor way of trying to look at things. You can't really understand what's going on, and half the time the puzzles that you do complete, you don't really know how you completed them. And I've had a fair few problems with this game so far. There's been a lot of screen tearing, there's been a lot of frame rate drops, and the game has stuttered quite a few times on the 360. And it's just little things like that should have been fixed at start. You know, they should have been fixed at release or before release, and it's just kind of annoying because it really does deter from the experience. And then you've got there was a mission not long after this actually, in which there was two guys you had to kill. They were both wearing armor plates, and I was shooting them for about 20 minutes until I realised that bullets didn't seem to have an effect. So I lobbed a grenade at them, and they flew up into the air and landed on a couple of crates. And I thought, oh, that was it. That was it. You know, they were dead. But no, they weren't dead. My AI partner was shooting the guy in the head constantly for another 20 minutes with no way of killing this guy. I decided to look around the map and found a new weapon, and it was only that new weapon that I had to shoot them with in order to kill them. So it was just little things like that that should have really been thought out properly. So you play as Quatermain, and you're basically an adventurer, and you go around searching for treasures. And there's a specific treasure that the Russians and the Germans want as well, so you're kind of trying to race them to the treasure. But in between that, there's other treasures you can collect in order to upgrade your character stats, and we'll just skip the cutscene because it just takes too long.
My great-grandfather, Alan.
So actually the loading screens aren't really too bad, and the graphics do look really nice. You can see now the sun shots, the sun daylight looks really great. The shadows are actually pretty decent most of the time. There is a few graphical glitches there as well, and the character models, well, they're not too bad. Character animation, however, is kind of uh, shoddy again, which is really disappointing because this game could have been so much better than what it actually is.
Just remember the deal. I get you in, I get you out. And that's my
But
role.
the combat mechanics are pretty standard. It plays as pretty much one of your old World War II shooters, or one of the older shooters for the previous Xbox and the PlayStation 2. It plays pretty much standard to that. Um, and there is a few guns that do make a comeback in this game, which I think is really, really good. You've got the Thompson, which makes a comeback, and you've got the Kar 98, which is really cool. I really do like those weapons in Call of Duty 2, for example, and Call of Duty 3.
When clearly, we all know that's Uncle Sam's job.
So use the analog sticks to look around, like you do with any standard shooter really. And you do have a sprint mode, which is definitely welcome. Some games still do not have a sprint mode, which is kind of
I like the
surprising.
sound of that.
Right, so we'll just crouch here.
I don't like
So
the
as you
sound of
can
that.
see, the game does look really, really nice. The graphics are great, and here's the gunplay. The gunplay is cool. You've got your pistols, which have an unlimited amount of ammo, so you'll probably be using them most of the time. They don't do very good damage, but you can upgrade that if you find the treasures. The other problem I have with this game is there are a lot of invisible walls. A lot of places that you think you could go, but you can't go, and it's disappointing. If they're not going to put it in there, they should have let you at least venture out a little bit more. I'll show you a prime example of that shortly.
Only one thing that can solve a problem caused by dynamite. More
Guessing we're not
dynamite.
going this way. No treasure down there. There's a dynamite. Where's the dynamite? Where did you put it? It was on the floor last time. Sure, that's there. There are some little bits like this where you do have to blow some rocks up.
I know you don't believe in any of this, but what's inside this temple might change that. Have you any idea what might inside the sanctuary? Only one of the most powerful artifacts to be found in the written histories of man. The heart of Atlantis.
There's a treasure around here somewhere, but I can't actually remember where it is. See, just there, for example, an invisible wall, and you could potentially jump over that. But they've stopped you from doing so, which is kind of annoying. They should have just let you jump over it. It would have been a lot smoother if they had, instead of just putting an invisible wall there.
Would you mind activating the elevator, Quatermain?
Would you mind assisting with the elevator? No, I wouldn't. So anyways, guys, you're probably thinking, should I get this game? Is it really worth it? And actually, that's the first level. And yeah, this game's definitely a really fun game to play. It's a shame that it's plagued by a ton of problems, and you'll see that throughout the mission structure and the story. And it's very unfortunate. This game could have been a lot better than what it is, and it could have got a much higher score. I would have certainly given it a higher score if it didn't have all these problems that could have been fixed with either a patch or even fixed pre-release. But this game for me gets a 6.1 out of 10, and I definitely recommend picking it up if you don't have much to play out there. This is certainly unique in the fact that you can do puzzles and you got your shooting at the same time. So it certainly is a unique game, and it does bring back nostalgia from such films as Indiana Jones. And there's a fair few really nice set pieces as well that's really fun to play through. And not everything's bad about this game. Most of it's pretty decent. It's just a shame that they couldn't polish the rest of it up and get it really completely playable and bug-free before release. However, this game for me gets a 6.1 out of 10, guys. And as always, like, comment and subscribe down below. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.